Full Metal Cowboy slinging a watch-along slash live reaction of Andor Season 1, Episodes 7 through 10, consisting of the third arc of Andor Season 1. Sailor Sif is back once again to witness
Heyo.
more of Season 1 of Andor. And last time we left off, we had watched the Aldani heist, which I felt was quite the step up from the first three episodes in terms of picking up the slack. That is not to say the first three episodes were bad. It's just that I felt like the pacing of those first three episodes could have been tinkered a little bit, maybe during the post editing or something, or whatever you call it, before they, send the show on Disney Plus. But I mean, those first three episodes are what they are. They are fine episodes. I just think they could have flowed a little better. Maybe trim some scenes here and there. Not by much, but just a little. I think that's what those first three episodes needed. But I mean, they are not bad episodes. But the Aldani heist definitely was really good. Like, I certainly was invested during the Aldani heist arc because there were interesting moments. There was also a lot of tense sequences, especially with the heist in episode 6 and the eye. Like, that was quite the spectacle. Well, what did you think of that second arc, the Aldani heist? So stuff. So stuff. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I think we're having some technical difficulties. What did you think of the Aldani heist last time?
I mean, it still took me some getting used to.
Yeah, I mean, I have said at the beginning, yeah, the show's a slow burn, but the further you go into it, it will start to be worth the wait. And this arc in particular, at least from what I remembered, was the turning point for me. This was the point I realized this show was really good. And, well, let's just say the fourth arc also had some moments that I'm thinking, man, this is some of the best Star Wars I've come across under Disney. And there's not a lot of Star Wars content under Disney that I would say is great. Siege of Mandalore, the final four episodes of the Clone Wars, that was great. Rogue One and season 1 of this, based on what I've experienced as I'm recording this. But yeah, this arc right here, I went from okay, I think this show is interesting to oh my god, this show's good. And now I do believe one of the episodes did get Emmy nominations. Personally, I think the show should have won some Emmys. And I think there is one performance that should have been nominated at the very least. And I think this actor was snubbed for his performance because I think it was Emmy worthy. And I mean, sure, I don't care about award ceremonies in the long term, but if I were calling the shots, like if I had any say in Emmy voting, there was one performance in this arc I would have nominated for his performance in this arc. And yeah, I am very eager to revisit this arc the most. And Sirsev, you're about to see a turning point with this show. The further you get into this arc, you will start to feel rewarded. So just brace yourself. I know 4 episodes of this might seem like a lot to take in. this arc does not waste time, and I would say the only thing to kind of brace yourself for, or at least to kind of keep in mind, this first episode, if I remember, is the setup of the entire arc. The rest, yeah, the rest is where it gets really good. So yeah, you ready for me to? Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, or is my audio like cutting off?
It was lagging.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I got a bad feeling about this.
To quote Star Wars, you said I have a feeling about it, that bad feeling about this.
All right. All right. Anyway, I am hoping. I'm actually hoping the internet signal is good enough because I haven't been having any technical issues with internet speed or anything. So I'm kind of hoping. I'm actually hoping the reception of this is not choppy as hell, or I'm hoping I don't get any buffering. Um, so just keep that in mind. I'm just crossing my
And you
fingers.
said this is the best arc.
This is the best arc of season one, at least I think. For you, maybe that might be the case. It could possibly be the fourth arc. I mean, it really depends on how you look at the whole show. So, anyway, so are you ready for this third
It
arc?
started so we could do this, dang it.
All right. Anyway, you've heard her, so uh, get your method of viewing ready because we're yeah, because I'm about to get ready. So here we go. Andor, season 1, episode 7. Play in 3, 2, 1. Fire. How's the reception of this?
Good thus far.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I'm actually. I'm an overdoted mother. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Stellan Skarsgård's acting. Like he starts proving how good of an actor he is in this show. Like the further this goes. I mean, did you ever notice those like subtle inflections, like where he changes his like tone of voice, but not overdo it?
Yeah.
Like I did not know Stellan Skarsgård was this good of an actor in this show because I remember him generally through the MCU. I'm sure he's in other films before the MCU, but I haven't come across them. I know. But I'll say this: this show, I want to see what other films he's in because I want to see if he's got any good acting chops and other stuff. I'm trying to remember who that is. Okay, that was actually a cool mirror shot there. You were sleeping on the job. Oh, right. Now I remember. Okay, I think this is a scene you may want to pay a little close attention. Okay, maybe not. But there is going to be a later scene to pay attention to.
Oh, now it's stuttering somewhat.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's because the modem is not upstairs; it's downstairs because my brother moved it. Is it better now? Is it any better?
Yes.
Okay, good. For those watching on YouTube, I'm sure screening this via Discord, so that's why she was saying it was stuttering. It's fine on my end because I'm the one playing it. Yeah, so you know, prior to this, the Clone Wars, I felt like okay, prior to Andor, I felt the Clone Wars had the best like political elements in Star Wars. That changed with this.
Right.
That changed with this because I feel like I like how the politics in the show are complicated, but complicated to a point where it feels applicable. Like, and the thing is that the prequel era, like the prequel films, had the most boring execution of politics in Star Wars. The Clone Wars made it easier to understand, but Andor really made it interesting. Like, there's a more interesting angle of Star Wars' politics in with this show. So okay, and I know that we haven't been talking much during this is because there's like a number of scenes that are just like that dwell on dialogue, but for good reason. So we're just kind of trying to pay attention to the dialogue. So 12,000. They can almost buy their own ship for that. Yes, I was making a bit of a minor Star Wars quote there.
Wow.
I was quoting the original Star Wars where Luke was 13,000. We can almost buy our own ship for that. And it is also over 9,000. Okay, I know that was a badly timed joke there. Now, I wonder who voices that droid. I never.
You fanboy so hard over the show, though.
Wait. Damn. Okay.
What, you think you'd cosplay from Andor?
Hold on. Anyway, damn that what she said. That's just love. Like, I'm not kidding. That scene kind of hits a little differently for me now after I had lost my mom. Because during her last few months, I was worried about her, and she was telling me not to worry too much and all that. And and to answer your question, Sarah Sif, maybe, sure. As far as cosplaying from this series.
Hey, I want to cosplay from B5 with you.
Mm. But yeah, Fiona Shaw's
Sure,
at
investment cosplay.
what?
Nothing.
Okay. Um. Anyway, to touch up on that previous scene,
Just keep in mind at 8 o'clock what I have to do.
I know. Um, as I've been trying to say, and let me try to finish my sentence because I know there's a bit of a chat delay on your end or my end. Uh, that previous scene, Fiona Shaw's acting. Damn.
True.
If you wonder why I was gleefully giggling, you'll find out later why I was giggling a bit. I swear part of Gaz's actor looks like he's from Game of Thrones or something. You know what? What the hell? I'll
It
look.
might have been.
Let me check. What? Man, what's up on my neck? Yeah, he is in Game of Thrones. He was Qyburn.
Was that the guy that was like helping Daenerys or something?
He was no former Maester in from the Citadel,
Oh, gotcha.
affiliated with House Bolton and House Lannister. I kept thinking he was the Sparrow,
Ah,
but he isn't. A different actor.
no. That was the bullcrab character that freaking. Oh, wait, that's the wrong character that I'm thinking of to blame. Okay, if you look at him from a certain standpoint, he kind of looks like Tarkin.
I can kind of see what you mean.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. Okay, pardon me for looking at my phone during that
Well,
scene.
yours is stuttering like hell.
I think it's because my brother's on his Xbox while I'm playing this.
Oh yeah, it's glitchy.
Give me a moment. Just give it a moment and We got shirtless Andor here.
Oh, what?
Hey, there's your shirtless fan service, Sailor Sif.
Nah, it doesn't count unless it's freaking video game characters
Oh, come
or
on!
anime
What the fuck's
characters.
wrong with you?
What? Never mind.
Flintstones, what the hell? What was that? Is that supposed to be like a Three Stooges like homage there?
I don't know. Run, idiot, run!
Okay, who's the curly alien?
That alarm sounds like the alarm that went off at your work the other day, Gio.
I don't know.
It kind of does.
I will explain that story after this episode. Wow, that judge munching on some nuts. Well, that judge can should probably get a bag of dicks. What? No comment.
Wow.
All right, that was That was episode 7 of Andor season 1. All right, so Seth, what did you think?
Explain your story. Come on.
Okay, so when Sailor Sif was mentioning that alarm that happened at my work, so let's see, on
You could also mention the bird.
May 31st, uh, yeah, May 31st. So while I was at work at the Mariners ballpark, well, actually, what happened when I was taking a break before the gates opened, I was sitting in the break room and I saw something like fly around, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess someone like was like throwing something. And then I looked around just to kind of see, like, just to kind of, because I was kind of visualizing something in my head, and I saw a bird, and it was possibly like I think it might have been a gray tit. That's what the bird's called. Um, it's this little bird, possibly a gray tit. If you want to know what species it likely was, fucking flying around, zooming around the fucking break room, and then flew out, and then flew back in. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I don't know how it got in the break room and locker room, but it was some funny shit. But during the game, when I went on break, I was just minding my own business, also watching the game, and then I started hearing, brrr, brrr, and then I started seeing the flashing lights on the fire alarm, and I'm like, the hell? Fire alarm's going off during the game? Like, what the hell happened? And it caused about a delay of game by 5 minutes, or at least, actually more like 3 minutes, because 2 of those minutes were actually in the middle of an inning, and then it just like kept going off and on, and then after like 5 minutes, it finally went off, and I was like, what the hell was that? That's what she was mentioning about an alarm that happened when she heard an alarm sound in the episode. So anyway,
Hey, but you gotta see a tit. Possibly.
yeah, in that way, yes, I saw a tit. That being a bird, not boobies, a bird. Actually, wait a minute. There's a blue-footed booby, so damn. Oh no! Why did I? All right, hold on. Well, I'm just gonna set that up anyway. So
I
anyway,
think you had it go on automatic or something.
yeah. So, what did you think of episode 7 of Andor, season 1?
Okay, the scene with the mom got me.
Yeah, same. I'd say
Because that was like, I almost cried.
Yeah, I'd say the scenes that I think stood out were Luthen and Mon Mothma's conversation, then the politicking conversation between Mon Mothma and that one guy. That was interesting. And of course, Cassian and Marva's conversation. Yeah. Fiona Shaw's acting was good in this episode, but just you wait. I'll give you a little teaser, I guess. That wasn't the best acting you've seen from Fiona Shaw. Just you wait. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did you say Rogue One tops any of this?
Kinda. I'd say the pace.
Yeah, just sit through watching Solo with you.
I'd say. Okay, the pacing in Rogue One's a little slower compared to the other Star Wars films. Actually, it's kind of on point. It's kind of on line with Phantom Menace's pacing. Now that I think of it. But yeah.
Do we have to sit through Solo?
No. Because Solo has no connection to.
Take it you hate Solo.
I don't hate Solo. I just found it pointless after I saw it. And it was supposed to lead up to a sequel that never happened because uh Star Wars Solo bombed. And also keep in mind it was released after The Last Jedi, so fans were polarized, and I think because of that reaction to The Last Jedi, the polarized reaction, I think that's also why Solo didn't do well. Anyway,
Right, I will be back.
all right. Okay, looks like okay, I see you're back. Okay. You all right?
And I have cookie dough ice cream.
Fuck you. Okay, I was being sarcastic about the fuck you there. All right. So I had to make a little bit of an edit there because Sailor Seth had to take care of something. I won't go into detail because I'd rather just. I just. It's not worth it.
Not.
It's not worth addressing. So anyway, so yeah. Now on to episode 8 of Andor, season 1. So that previous episode we just saw was pretty much all set up. Now, granted, it was mostly like, oh, Andor's trying to, get out of Ferrix and just move on his way, and da 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 da, da, and then he gets caught, and then he ends up going to prison. Yeah. So now the Narkina 5 arc really starts getting good by this point. Yeah, because
You seem very hyped up.
I am. Come here, fluffy boy. Pussy. So, yeah.
Is
So
it who I think it is joining us?
it's Noir.
Fluffy boy!
Man, you're chatty, Noir.
Pimp Noir.
Pimp Noir. What the fuck?
That's what the pimp squirrel calls him.
Okay, for those who are not aware of who the Pimp Squirrel is, long story short, there were squirrels that were messing with my mom's back deck, mini garden. What they did was that they were rearranging her bulbs. My mom called them sons of bitchin' squirrels. I was talking to some other stuff about that, and I made a comment saying, "Is there some like head honcho squirrel out there that's like, you know, giving these squirrels orders like some pimp or something?" And like he's like some pimp in the woods or something, like, and that's kind of, I don't exactly remember how I phrased it, but that's where the running gag of the
You
Pimp
said
Squirrel.
strolling around like a pimp in the woods.
Yeah, so that's where the joke came around. uh
And then you created the monster that is the pimp squirrel.
yeah, it's a visual running gag of mine. I need to actually make some updates on the Pimp Squirrel, but I just need to find a way to animate a mouth on, like over the mouth of a squirrel. So
Yeah, because the pimp squirrel likes Hatsune Miku music now.
what?
Yes, the pimp squirrel likes Vocaloid rave music.
Okay. And pardon the audio quality on her end. Yeah, because she was mentioning that the video was glitching. You have Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to rewatch like episodes of Andor just to kind of see for yourself without the fucking glitchiness, then yeah. I was kind of worried about that because yeah, because reception on your end, I mean, your end is like fuzzy as shit on my end, so I think this could be just a. Yeah, this is clearly a.
Hey, your end was working fine for Smash Bros. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, so, what was I gonna say? So yeah, the last episode we just watched, I mean, yeah, it was a lot of, build up for these next 3 episodes, but it is these upcoming 3 episodes that really make up the bulk of what made the Narkina 5 arc so fucking good in this first season of Andor. And I don't think Babylon 5 had any creative influence in this. I mean, it could be just a coincidence, or I don't know. Now, had Jerry Doyle been alive, I think honestly, if Jerry Doyle were still alive, and let's say he was a security officer of this prison, that'd be pretty fucking funny.
Wait, who?
The actor that Jerry Doyle in Babylon 5, he was Garibaldi.
Oh, the one I tell you should cosplay.
Oh boy.
What?
I was quoting Garibaldi because like in one of the first episodes he was like because Londo shows up, he's like, I'm Mr. Garibaldi, and Londo turns around and he's like, "Who boy?" I can see why you would want me to cosplay Garibaldi. I get it.
Yes, for the love of God, please.
Yeah.
And I'll cosplay Ivanova, who's a badass.
Yeah. A little unrelated to
Anyone who hasn't seen B5 should.
Yeah. Unrelated to Andor and all that, just gonna make this very quick. Yeah, a few years back, I showed Sailor Sif Babylon 5, and yeah. And that's because it was on HBO Max once, like a few years back, and I was like, oh, okay. So I showed her that and Legend of the Galactic Heroes back to back, because they were both 110 episodes. Plus a couple movies that both had that I showed her as well. Yeah, that was the excuse.
Granted, I'll say this related to that, to Andor. I would take the one that we watched that was the pilot movie. I think it was a pilot movie.
The Gathering?
To B5 over the first 2 episodes of Andor. At least could have.
Okay, I see what you mean. And you know what? I guess on an unrelated point, but I actually kind of want to tie this into Andor, like in terms of the pacing of this first season. You remember the first quarter of Legend of the Galactic Heroes, right?
Yes, and it was really good.
Do you remember how slow that first quarter was? Like it was a lot of fucking setup and shit. And then after those episodes, like holy shit, like the pacing kind of sped up, like in a more
Do we get to watch that again?
steady pace. You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to.
Because I get to see my favorite ship again.
Oh my god. Actually, let's throw in the Gaiden episodes while we're at it. I don't see why not.
I get to see my favorite ship again. That never happened.
Actually, the Gaiden episodes, I'll just give you a fair warning. Some of the Gaiden episodes, I think Spiral Labyrinth, that arc, slow as shit. Even slower than Andor. And honestly, not a lot of Spiral Labyrinth was that interested in an arc. So, just a fair warning. Legend of the Galactic Heroes Gaiden, kind of hit and miss.
I thought it wasn't that slow.
Yeah, let's just say, like I said, Legend of the Galactic Heroes Gaiden, hit and miss quality-wise. It's nowhere on the level of the main series. I'll just let me make that abundantly clear, and actually a lot of fans agree on that point. So, anyway, we're kind of going on some side tangents, and we are being a little pressed for time because Sailor Sif can only stick around until 11 p.m. As I'm recording this. It's 8:13 p.m. So let's just and look, we're kind of taking a little too much time before episode 8, but I think we're just kind of chatting a little bit, kind of getting ourselves prepared for these next 3. This is the point of Andor I've been waiting to get back to. It's these 3 episodes. Because holy shit, when I first...
And boy.
yeah, when I first saw this, my God, I
What? This is what? Your second time watching this?
this is my second viewing, yes, but this is your first. For me, it's my second.
I was gonna say, unless it's your third time viewing it, I don't
Nope,
even know.
nope. Yeah, these episodes, I do believe one of them was nominated, and good on the Emmys doing this. There is one performance in episode 10 should have been Emmy nominated. I know I'm like hyping these episodes up. Sarah Steph, when we finish this arc, you will understand why I have been very you'll understand why I really enjoy the show. And if anything, and this is before we get into season 2, how season 2 is executed is going to depend on whether this ends up being my favorite Star Wars TV show or not. Because the show in contention is Star Wars The Clone Wars. Star Wars The Clone Wars, when it's good, holy shit, it's good. Um, but it also had some clunkers of arcs. That's my only issue with Clone Wars. There were some arcs that just did not hold up as much as others. Yeah. This show, no clunker arcs. The only thing that's clunky with this show, again, how those first 3 episodes are paced. Or maybe how they flow between one to the other. Alright, so get your method of viewing ready, whether it be Disney Plus or the Blu-ray, whatever you got. Get your copy.
Wait, there's a Blu-ray?
Yes. And I'm hoping season 2 comes.
You sounded so enthusiastic.
Yeah, you know what? If season 2 gets a Blu-ray release, I'm getting both seasons and Rogue One, and then the 6 films. And I said yes, 6 films. I do not count the sequel trilogy. Fuck that shit. Anyway.
I thought you already had it.
Nope. Well, I have them on DVD, but I don't have them on Blu-ray. And if it's the Blu-ray, I'm just going to get the 4K copies because they have better color grading. Anyway, let's get this going.
No.
Yeah, true. That's the downside. It's not the theatrical cuts. It's the anyway. Let's not delay this any further. Here we go. This is the beginning of some of the best stuff to come from this first season of Andor. Here we go. Season 1, episode 8. Play when I say fire in 3, 2, 1. Fire. Oh, whoops. Okay, and pardon the background noise for those watching us on YouTube. There's some kids playing outside. There's a couple of those kids are noisy as shit. I mean, yeah, I get it, kids playing outside, but usually the well-behaved ones are not that loud. Here we go. I remember the first time I laid my eyes on Cassian Andor. And yes, I was making a bit of a joke on Shawshank Redemption. Great film, though. And now back to The Office, the Imperial Edition. Here on Imp Network. I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, I've never seen The Office, neither the original UK version or the well-known American version. My aunt and uncle really like The Office, though, the US version.
I've seen very a few episodes of The Office. It's actually pretty good.
Which one, the UK or US one?
The original the US version.
The original was the UK version.
The Rainn Wilson version.
Yeah. Yeah, Ricky Gervais was in the UK one. Steve Carell was in the US one. Ooh, damn. Yeah, I forgot about that little bit there. Yes, Andy Serkis is in this.
You're saying Gollum?
Yes. And by the way, this isn't the first time he was in Star Wars.
What?
Remember Snoke from Force Awakens and Last Jedi?
What?
That was him too.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not kidding. So yeah, the actor that played Snoke is this guy in the right.
I heard that he can't really do much of the Smeagol or Gollum voice much anymore
Yeah, I get it because of his age.
because he's getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad. He was great.
Yeah. By the way, Kino Loy, he does not bullshit around. I mean that was the implication I had when he said that. I was like, ooh, this guy that doesn't take bullshit. Oh, keep a pin on what these prisoners are building. This is you will see why. But just keep what they're building in mind. And I'm Mon Mothma's douchebag husband. Squigs? What? But what did they pour into it? Like some fucking worm or something? Like worm and alcohol? I don't know what the fuck they was poured in there. Even that does look disgusting when I think of it. It's like drinking a martini with olive on it. Even though I never had a martini.
I'm surprised you haven't.
What, do you think I drink martinis because I'm familiar with a few Bond films? What the fuck you talking about? But I suppose
Really? Are you trying to be Sean Connery?
perhaps. Anyway,
Oh my god, you're nailing it.
yeah, I like my martinis shaken, not stirred. Shuck it, Trebek. Okay, enough of the Sean Connery jokes. Honestly, if I was in Andor shoes, I would have been like, "What the? Why the fuck am I here?" Like I would be just as disoriented and like a fish out of water. But I probably would be panicking like fucking crazy too. Like
Whoa, what the hell?
they're using like hand gestures as code.
You heard that too, didn't you?
Huh? What happened?
There was like an ambulance close to my house.
Huh? I thought you were talking about what was on screen.
No, 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 no. I just heard an ambulance that sounded really close.
Huh. Shit. He was a second close of fucking around and finding out, which would have been fatal. Whew. Bullshit. I sense a divorce between these two down the line. I'm guessing maybe in season 2. Considering how her husband's a fucking douchebag. Like, he clearly has like his agenda and shit, and yeah. Like, I can tell he's a foil to Mon Mothma to some degree. It's been more than 1 week. Shirtless men. Sorry, Sailor Seth. No ass shots. Ah.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Just wow. Seriously?
Yep.
Wow.
But then again, Star Wars doesn't really have ass shots, so and actually it's kind of better for it because Star Wars was meant for like what kids to teens to adults and all that. Like, okay, whatever kids are out there, man, they're being loud as shit right now. They've been like that for like last half hour. They need to start quieting down because it's almost 9. And we're back in Ferrex. Yeah. Okay. There was a bit of an edit there because we were having some technical difficulties because the player like froze all of a sudden because my internet was kind of crapping out a little bit. So, all right, how is this
I was
looking?
getting glitchy again. What the heck?
Damn it! Okay, just bear with me. I can't do anything about that. Okay, how is it looking now? Any
Good.
is it good?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I just don't want any more delays. Is what I'm saying. Damn. Yeah, I'm thinking he must have like committed suicide because the way he was like standing in front of it. Yeah, but just to leave him fry, I mean, shit. Well, they're keeping him frying because they don't want to like turn it off and then you know and then you have the prisoners using that as a means to escape.
Well, yeah.
Kitty, shush. Oh, it looks like some X-wings there. Actually, I think those are. That character you're looking at, that he's from Clone Wars. Saw Gerrera. You there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Um, yeah, Saw Gerrera. That's the actor you're seeing. That's who Forrest Whitaker's playing. He's in the Clone Wars. He was in season
What?
5, I think.
As who?
Saw Gerrera.
What?
Yeah. Do you remember that one rebel who? Do you remember her sister when she fell to her death and Saw Gerrera was affected by that? That is the same character.
Really?
Yeah, but Forrest Whitaker did not voice him in the Clone Wars. Actually, it's a good thing I showed you Clone Wars before this. Yep, damn right. All right. That was episode 8 of Andor season 1. Uh yeah, so what'd you think of that one?
One was heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. This is yeah, this show. Yeah, this is yeah, when I got to this part of season 1, I was like, "Damn, this like I was not expecting the show to get a little heavy, you know." Uh oh my goodness. So yeah, what did you think of Andy Serkis being in this?
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I also had an idea aside from Andor. If at one point we could watch all the Lord of the Rings films,
Sure, why not? Now what versions are we talking? Are we talking the extended or the theatricals?
the version that came here,
There's two versions of the Lord of the Rings films and Hobbit films. Are we talking the
the
theatrical?
best version.
It's the extended. A lot of fans swear by the extended cuts. Maybe not as not maybe not too much with the Hobbit trilogy, but I have both trilogies extended. Although the 4K is
I mean, the theater or something.
okay. So let's just say the extended cuts add more character building and other details that enrich the experience. Also, Saruman's exit was not in the theatrical cut. It's only in the extended. Which is one of the most
Oh,
questionable things to be omitted from the theatrical cut. But whatever.
the only catch I have here with that is watching what was it, the old school Hobbit,
Oh, the
really
animated
terrible
one? Oh, the
dragon.
animated one? Or are you talking oh wait, you're talking about the
Yes, that one with the shitty dragon.
oh, you're talking about the Soviet Hobbit thing, whatever it was, with the puppet smog.
Yep.
Holy shit, that was terrible, but it's laughably bad. Um, now
I want to see this now.
I have not seen the animated Hobbit film or the animated the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings. Although I hear Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings actually has some good stuff in it. Although it's got some odd delivery, like "full of a dick." Like for some fucking like, it was a weird fucking take that was left in. Anyway, we're kind of going on a side tangent. Let's just get this going. I'm sorry for just
What the took?
yeah. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, I guess. But man, we're talking like we're sitting for like near 4 hours for most of them, and a little over 4 hours with Return of the King. So yeah. Anyway, let's get this going. Andor, season 1, episode 9. Hit play when I say fire. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire. I know we're going through the previously on segment, but hey, I have my reasons. And besides, I think it might help, keep in mind, like, Damn. No, it's just, the way she was acting. Holy shit, that was. Oh, that. Okay. Um, that was a visual. What do you call it? Callback to A New Hope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when Leia was when that droid with the needle was like approaching her and she was like kind of freaking out a little bit, or she was kind of like, oh no, and then the door shuts and then some Imperial like walked away. Yeah, that was a visual callback to that. But oh damn, that scream was I know Sailor Seth and I haven't been talking much during this episode. It's just that this episode is fucking tense. But also we're trying to take up as much information so we're that and we're also paying attention to what's going on too. Oh, not gonna lie, this side of Deidre is fucking terrifying. Most of the score of this episode is like really good too. Oh yeah, so Vel is Mon Mothma's cousin. How was that? Fuck this. That was actually a pretty good shot there. Like a distant shot, with Bon Mothma's back, in front. Damn. Yeah, I wasn't kidding about the Sark being this good. And it's for multiple reasons. Simp. Okay, I know I was making a joke like in light of a rather. Yeah, that was quite an interesting scene with those two. Okay, so I had to make a bit of an edit there because Sailor Sif was called upon for something, which let's just leave it at that. And I just say that just to help myself
Yeah?
post recording. What were you
Are you
answering?
drinking more coffee?
Yeah, because I'm trying to stay up.
Oh.
Ooh, shit. Yeah. So, what'd you think of this episode?
Intense.
Yeah. Okay, and I know I said this earlier, but uh, I know Sailor Seven and I have not been talking very much during like this arc, as well as like actually a lot of the show, and it's largely because we're trying to take in as much information as we can, and because I mean there's a lot to take in with this show, and I mean keep in mind, like a watch along is like different than like doing like a what is it like a fan commentary and such. Like if this were a
Or
comment,
like we did our Smash Bros thing yesterday.
yeah. I mean, if we were doing a commentary, we would just be yakking throughout the whole episode, like kind of talk about
Oh
like
my
the
god. I have an idea.
what.
What if we did commentary for Backstroke of the West?
Oh God, why?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Because it's laughable, that's what.
If we can find the whole thing, that is.
For the love of God, it needs to
We're
happen.
gonna laugh our asses off over that, especially as he is in my behind. And then Palpatine, You're already at full cock now. Which I was like, what the shit?
The elephant is displeased.
Uh, yeah, yeah. For some reason, Padme is like great elephant or something. I'm like, who the fuck
The
wrote
great
this?
elephant
Who the fuck wrote?
displeased.
What I wonder is who the fuck wrote that localization, or whatever the fuck it is. For those that have never heard of Backstroke of the
I
West,
swear to God, can we please do this?
eventually, but who knows?
Yes!
Maybe an April Fool's occasion.
Sweet!
But anyway, Backstroke of the West is essentially a version of Revenge of the Sith that I believe originates in China, but for some strange reason, all the people that were dubbing it spoke English. But the way that the way that the way it was written for that version is completely fucking bonkers. And it's got to be
R2, do you is king.
R2, do you is fucking. Yeah, like that's an actual line in Backstroke of the West. So it's got to be heard to believe that like it exists. You can actually find clips on YouTube, but holy shit is it funny. And Yoda and Yoda, my favorite Star Wars character, has the most what the fuck voice of them all. She's like Yoda.
He sounds like what did you call it? A smoking toddler or
No, no,
something?
no. She sounds like a grandma who smoked a 6-pack or what? I don't know. Like she smoked a carton of
Oh my
cigarettes
God.
in one day. I don't know. Um, yeah. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, episode 10 of Andor, season 1. Let's go. Hit play when I say fire. So get your copy or whatever it is you're using to watch this ready, because I'm gonna play on the signal. Are you ready, Sailor Sif? Sailor Sif, are you ready?
Yes.
And now, my dear viewer, are you ready? I take that as a yes. Because if you've been watching this far, I know you're ready. Let's not waste any more time. Andor, Season 1, Episode 10. Play in 3, 2, 1. Fire! Now you're about to understand why I really like this show. While this is on the previously on, I'll just say this now. This episode, I believe, got nominated. This elements of this episode should have fucking I would say arguably could have won. There is one particular thing that should have been fucking nominated. And I can't wait to talk about that very soon. My apologies for getting really giddy about this episode in particular, but God, this was the big turning point for me. Clearly, I'm way too excited. And I will do my best to contain my, or keep my composure and also shut the fuck up on my end. You know, one thing I've noticed about Andy Serkis is like what is it? His it's a subtle like little detail about like his emotion. You notice how his hair like looks a little disheveled, and then he kind of puts his hand over his hair to like straighten it back. Like I like that. I like that little I like that little detail of
Andy
how
Serkis looks like he's getting up there, though.
yeah, I like that little detail that he's anxious as hell. So I mean, even though he's yelling and like nervous as shit, I like how he's straightened his hair to kind of.
Oh, dang, Andy Serkis is 61. He looks pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Right now, it's like stuck
What do you mean?
and glitching really badly.
Just I'm sorry. I
Like
can't.
it's stuttering and then it's glitching.
Okay, give it a moment. Okay, I'm gonna hit back because you just mentioned that. I cannot pause this. I can't pause this any further because of time.
No, I was just letting you know the issue.
Yeah, how is it now?
Oh,
Okay, is it better now?
yes.
Okay. For those watching, uh, she's having or there's technical difficulties. She was saying it was glitching, so I had to like rewind back, but because of the edit, it's done seamlessly. It's in terms of like um. I'm gonna let my brother know and just say, hey, can the modem go back upstairs because I was trying to like I'll just say, my friend and I were trying to watch something, and we keep having like moments of like um connection issues. All right. So I had to make an edit there because Sosef had uh was called upon for something. Yeah, and we're trying to get this done before 11 p.m. But there is we will be able to get this done. I'm just hoping there's no technical issues after this. Because I swear, if my internet fucking goes out for like 5 minutes, God, I'm gonna, yeah. So yeah, arranged marriage. Yeah, that's a thing that's sprung upon.
Yeah,
Here we go. Damn, man. I mean, he couldn't. He got them to escape, but he couldn't swim. Fuck, man. And you know what? It is a
Oh,
shame.
I can see how you like this show.
It's a shame Andy Serkis never got nominated for this episode because holy
What?
shit. No, he never got nominated for this episode. I'm like, dude, how the fuck did they not nominate him for this? I mean, his acting in this arc was like fucking great.
And he didn't,
Nope.
and he never got nominated.
Nope.
What
No.
the heck?
I know. Oh, and by the way, oh, just a moment. Here's another reason why I really like this arc. How much time we got left? Okay. Yeah. Okay, we got 7 minutes left. Okay.
I swear I recognize that guy from other things.
What, Stellan Skarsgård?
Yeah.
I'll explain eventually. Here we go. I am going to shut up. Yeah. Damn.
Run!
Hmm? And that was episode 10 of Andor. Well, what did you think of episode 10?
Speechless.
Okay, so this was
Okay, I swear to God I've seen that actor before though in something.
Stellan Skarsgård was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe prior to this. He was that elderly like researcher alongside Jane Foster and Darcy, one of the worst fucking characters in that
What?
series. Yeah, you know Natalie Portman, Kat Dennings. I think that's the actress's name, and the old guy. The old guy was still in Skarsgård. He's the
In
guy.
Thor?
Yes, he's the guy playing Luthen in this show.
What?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's made an improvement since Thor.
Oh yes. And you know what?
I mean, in Thor, I think he only got like one part.
Yeah, and also, so yeah, that speech, that monologue of his. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. I was like, shit. Like, where the fuck did this act? Where the fuck did his acting chops from this come from? Like,
You know what I actually could have thought of
it
seeing
kind of.
him in?
I mean, that startled me. What was your question?
You know what I thought I could have seen him in was Game of Thrones. He wouldn't have been bad.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's just too bad Game of Thrones went to shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that last season was awful. But now Andy Serkis, what did you think of him in this?
It was like, for once, he's not playing a double-sided character
Yeah,
that you don't get to see his
but his
face.
speech, damn, that was good. And you
Yeah.
know what? And yes, he did previously play Snoke, who was fucking wasted in the sequel trilogy. Like, there was potential with
Did they
Snoke.
even ever bring him up in the original trilogy?
No,
No.
no. Snoke was just in the sequel trilogy, and turned out, oh, he's a clone of Palpatine. Fuck out of here. Like, they could have made him Darth Plagueis if they really wanted to, but nope, they fucked that shit up.
Oh,
Uh,
you know, there's a new thing going around calling about, like, after the theory about Rey being turning to the dark side, now
ugh,
people are drawing fan art of, like,
no.
Darth Rey, and I'm like, that's super stupid.
Boo. So yeah. So what did you think of the?
And more Reylo content has come out.
No, fuck that shit. Anyway, so what did you think of the Narkina 5 arc as a whole?
Intense.
I mean, I know this was the longest arc of the bunch. I Now do you know why I told you, like, okay, the further you go to this arc, the like it'll pay off. I was not kidding. Episode 10 was that payoff episode, and God, and this was actually episode 10 was the point I went from, like, okay, this show's interesting, this show's pretty good, to holy shit, where did this quality of Star Wars come from? Like, where has this quality of Star Wars been under Disney? Like I said, the sequel trilogy is a fucking mess. Like, damn.
Also, what is it? That other Star Wars show you watched before Andor?
That being,
Isn't there something else that came out under Disney that was crap?
mm,
That was Star Wars, really? I thought something was.
I know there was, Acolyte was after season 1, which that show was shit. Obi-Wan, I think,
It
was,
was that bad.
yeah, it was not good.
They, like, hyped that show up to no
The Obi-Wan
end.
miniseries, that had some stupid shit in it. I didn't like that one very
The
much.
rehash of Anakin.
No, yeah. What else was there? There was something else after season 1. I can
You said you liked Star Wars Rebels, and we didn't get to the
No.
thick of
Oh,
that.
okay. Full disclosure, I'm very mixed on Rebels. I really did not like the first season. There were some things about season 2 I liked. Actually, anything with Ahsoka in season 2 I liked. Season 3, I think, introduced a concept that I was just like, fuck out of here. And season 4, I remembered having really good moments in it. Yeah. So,
Hey, just be glad that there's no talking rock yet.
oh,
That's in
yeah.
Star Wars,
There's a comic with a
except for the books.
she's refer it's what she's referring to. There's a comic, I believe, the High Republic, that has a fucking rock
Hmm.
as a character, and it talks. I'm like, who the fuck wrote that shit? That's a terrible idea. That's like some Star Wars holiday special level fucking bullshit.
Oh my god.
It's some Star Wars holiday special level bunch of fucking bullshit. And I totally lifted that uh, running gag from my mom, because she definitely said bunch of fucking bullshit like that. So, that's one of the ways I, honor my mom. Because
And
that
she's the OG game spiker.
controller spiker.
Okay, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Explain that story.
Okay, real quick. So back when I had the Nintendo 64, because I was a kid when the N64 was around. I had a copy of Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64, and what happened is that I had a second controller, so I asked my mom, "Hey, you want to play some Super Smash Bros. With me?" And she's like, "Oh, sure. Let me finish with something." So my mom and I were playing a match of Super Smash Brothers, and you know, I start wiping the floor with her. Like, I mean, I was kicking her ass, and when I was pretty much, I never, lost a life in a match. When I was about to win the match, she got really upset, and she says, "Oh, fuck this shit!" And then she threw my controller on the ground, breaking the analog stick. And when that analog stick breaks and you try to put it back together, it does not work the same, even with super glue. And I said, Mom, my controller doesn't work. So I'm sorry for throwing it. I'll get you a new controller when I can. And I think she did get me a new controller then. But yeah, but this was years before I started seeing an occasional trend where when players get upset, they throw their fucking controller down. So I'm like, I guess my mom must have been the OG controller spiker way before other Smash players did that. So, you know.
I guess they have someone to thank.
And sometimes I remember when my what was it, back in the late 2010s, I sometimes tell her that, yeah, hey mom, remember that story? Remember when you threw my controller to the ground? And she like rolled her eyes like, oh god, like, yes, I remember. So I guess it's a moment she wasn't really that proud of, but I just kind of get at her just saying, hey, you broke one of my controllers years ago. I mean, the reason I don't let it go sometimes is because it's like, yeah, it's because, well, even though she did break a controller, I will admit, looking back, that was pretty fucking funny. You know? Just because she's like, oh,
Hey, I think they owe it to her for for the spiking of the controllers now.
yeah. But it's just the way she says, oh, fuck this shit. She threw my fucking controller down. So it was funny because when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, I told her, say, hey, hey, like, oh no, wait, I think this is when I got the Switch, back in 2022. I said, hey, I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Maybe sometime would you like me to bring my Switch and have you play it? I'll let you chuck my Joy Cons to the floor. If she gets pissed,
Oh, screw you
and
all.
she's like, oh god, and
Nah, nah, nah. I know just the game we will play.
what?
Hear me out. And I know you hate this character. Mortal Kombat
Oh
11.
fuck that shit. No,
Me as Melina.
no, fuck that shit.
Yes.
Fuck Melina.
No, Melina's great. Unless I end up doing a tag team with some rando and then we both play Melina, which would be very weird against you.
No. So yeah. Anyway, I know that was like an off-topic tangent there, but it's just, I mean, we're just kind of like chatting a bit, because we're still on Discord conversation. Uh, but yeah, um, the Narkina 5 arc. This was easily my favorite arc of the bunch, and it is, and the reasons being, the writing in this arc was so fucking good. Largely with the prison stuff, but I mean the subplots of the arc were just as interesting too. But I mean the way it was directed, the way the cinematography of the arc was just, I mean, I started realizing, holy shit, this is actually well fucking made. This isn't just a competent
True.
Star Wars show. This arc proved to me, holy shit, this was well fucking made. Granted, the Aldani heist arc, I'd say, was kind of proving ground. Like, hey, this is more than competent, guys. I mean, the eye sequence, I mean, that was kind of a big hint. Like, hey, holy shit, this show actually looks well fucking made. Like the cinematography, the writing, directing, the acting, for fuck's sake, holy shit. I mean, Andy Serkis, wasted in the fucking sequel trilogy, but man, this show redeemed him big fucking time. It's a bummer he can't swim though. I mean, he caused prisoners to be free, and yet he couldn't swim, so he's stuck at that facility, which is, kind of, it's pretty sad. Stellan Skarsgård, holy shit, like, I liked this character before that scene, but when that scene came in, I was like, dude, I like Luthen a lot more than I did, because I was like, holy shit, this character's interesting. And poor Bix, like, what she went through this arc, damn, that was some fucking tense shit. And Deidre, like, man, That scene where she was what do you call it?
It's 11:08, by the way.
I know, but I'm trying to wrap this up. But yeah, you remember how cold Deidre was towards Bix, like, early in the arc? I was like, holy shit! It's like Deidre's terrifying in this, and this is not something you see Deidre much of. Which, again, how this arc is put together, really good. I'd say maybe the only scenes I want to say. I'm trying to put together what about maybe the first episode kind of I don't know. But again, that first episode of the arc was more setup, but I don't know. Like I said, this really was a damn good arc. So, this leaves us the fourth and final arc of season 1 of Andor, which is only 2 episodes. Episodes 11 and 12. Yeah, it's another good one. I'd say close to the one we just watched. So Yusuf, what do you think of this show now after all this? So Yusuf, Sailor Sif, is your connection working? Okay, I don't know if we're having technical difficulties. Hold on. Sailor Sif, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I think your video was like fuzzy. So, what do you think of Andor up to this point?
I think it's good.
What was that? Your audio was like uh glitching a little.
I think it's good.
Hmm. I mean,
I
yeah.
wouldn't call it the greatest.
As far as I'm concerned, this show has okay. Again, this is dependent on season 2. This show has the potential of being the best Star Wars TV show. Period. That, and yes, I even say this potentially better than Clone Wars. And again, the Clone Wars' biggest disadvantage.
I like Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars is great, but it had clunker arcs.
You
Andor,
prefer it over the other Clone Wars.
there are elements of the 2D Clone Wars I really like though, but Grievous was better in the 2D series, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was kind of terrifying. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, next time we are watching Andor, it is going to be the last 2 episodes of season 1, and then at some point we will watch season 2. However, Sir Sif and I are going to have to take a break from Andor, just for a few days because of my work schedule. But I do have a day shift. What's today? Today's Monday. Thursday. So maybe Thursday. I'm actually hoping Thursday because Sailor Sif's got something going on Fridays. Oh no. This Friday you don't. I keep forgetting.
No.
I keep forgetting about that. Shit. Never mind. So hopefully Thursday or Friday, we'll get this done. And I'm saying this just for Sailor Sif's sake, just so I can kind of schedule this accordingly because. In between the second arc and third one, we actually took about nearly a week away from Andor. It was because of my work schedule plus other stuff that was going on with Sailor Sif. So that was why I was kind of in a rush to try to get this third arc through, because of my schedule. But as I'm uploading these live reactions / watch-alongs, this is gonna come like maybe within day by day, leading up to our reaction to season 2 of Andor.
And then I will kick your asses, somebody finally in Smash.
Brain it. I still whooped your ass.
I'm still wanting to.
Yeah, good luck. I still keep kicking your ass.
Although, tell the chat about the Ness and freaking Falcon.
Oh, Falco and Ness.
It got us laughing.
Uh,
No, the fact that it had us both laughing at the same time. When you kept shooting at me and I kept trying to PK fire you.
Here's a clip of that.
Fire! Ta!
Dude, how long is this gonna go? Holy shit! Are you even trying to get out of this? Susan, are you even trying to get out? There we go. What the fuck was that? Oh god, here we go again. You know I'm countering that shit, right?
What the hell?
Okay, that was
What was that?
that was some crazy shit right there. So yeah, anyway, that is gonna do it for Andor. Season 1, episodes 7 through 10, the Narkina 5 arc. So yeah, next time we're gonna finish Season 1 of Andor. And this will be leading to our live reactions to Season 2 of Andor. So, until next time, take care. You got anything to say, other stuff?
See ya!
Later.